3 key reasons why they don't respect you as an adult. You might be in your 20s, you might be in your 30s, but these are the 3 reasons, right? So the first reason is because you still live at home, yeah? That's one thing. Happens to us sometimes, no matter your age gap, yeah? You living inside their house, it's their rules. So they're not gonna go against that and start giving you extra respect because you start paying some money. They look at it as their rules, their house, yeah? A lot of parents will turn around and say this to you: it's my rules, it's my house. This is why I can't give you the same level of respect as other adults who I know. Even though you give me some money, we don't care. You're still living underneath our roof. The other thing is financial freedom, yeah? So if you ask your parents or if you ask other people for money and you need money sometimes, they look at you as a person who is not stable financially on their own. If they died tomorrow, they would worry about you being able to pay for the funeral, or you being able to contribute, or you just being able to just live your life because you haven't sorted out where your finances going all the time and making sure that you've holded back enough for problems or a rainy day, let's say. The last one is you having your own child. All adults, parents, work colleagues, all of them add this up to you being a full-blown adult. You haven't got your full ticket, basically. They say you got half a ticket, no matter if you're 35, 45, 25. It doesn't matter. You're not an adult to them in their eyes because this is what they equate to be an adult. Don't get me wrong. It's their way of thinking. You can't change somebody's, oh, you have to have all these tick boxes for me to consider you as an adult, because that's the scale. The scale in life is that people look at those types of things as you are an adult now because you have a person who depends on you by having your own child. You have got bills and things to sort out with somebody else. You still got to live your life for yourself, and that's what you're mainly doing. And they see that as possibly irresponsible, or they see that as you're not actually grown up as much as I was at your age. So it's all a comparison thing, and it will play on your mind, innit? Because you probably ask for a level of respect from these types of people, whether it be your manager, whether it be your supervisor or someone at work. But again, they equate all of those things, not just having a job, as now you're grown up. And it's a hard pill to swallow, yeah? But once you understand it, you understand that it's like, oh, so I've got to outdo you at your age and do the things what you done, but do them better, or travel more, or be more worldly, or know more things than you do. Yeah, but if you know these things, why are you not flying away? Why are you not doing your thing? You're not doing your thing because you understand that there's a level of, this isn't always stable, right? And you have to kind of get that process right for you to be able to have it for yourself and implicate it in your own life, yeah? I think most people know that, innit? I wanted to make this video because I think that there are a lot of people who are in their 20s, 30s, and sometimes 40s that wonder why they don't get respect off of everybody, yeah? And it always equates to all of these things because people see these things as, now you're grown up. You could be the age you want. You could blow out your cake as many times as you flipping feel like it. You could have 30, 35, 40 on the cake. Unless you got certain things like this, they're not seeing you as grown up, right? It did baffle me for a while because I said to myself, but hold on. If you look at a nun or something, yeah, a nun has got a job. She ain't got no kids or nothing, but she don't live in that house. Does her family see her as, probably her family sees her as an adult person, right? But there's something missing upon that list. They overlook it when it comes to certain things. And I think this is a generational thing when it comes to your parents, because if you ask your parents when did they have kids, oh, we had kids in our 20s, we had kids in this time. That was you wanted to do that, innit? This is a choice for other people, but it will always be thrown back at you if you don't have those things, because they feel as if when those adult conversations come up, you can't add your input because you're not a full-blown adult. You're like half a ticket of an adult. Do you get it? Which is, it's an insult, but at the end of the day, take these things with a pinch of salt, but take them with a lesson, innit? From what I've learned from people and just watching people, you know, Someone treats me way more different at work when I'm telling them, I work in construction, and when I'm telling them, you haven't paid me on time and it's messing up my bills, and I say my bills, but I generally mention kids. Like, I've got kids to feed, and all of a sudden they'll pay you straight away. All of a sudden they'll pay you. So finding a property can also be really hard and difficult for most of us because the numbers is astronomical, isn't it? And if you're not earning in high amount of money, yeah, you're not going to be able to get there. So a lot of us do need support from our parents and from other people. But when you don't get that level of support, how are you supposed to get there? This is the thing. I think sometimes if people want to help people in ways where they can see themselves growing up or see themselves getting into a different realm of life, they need to give that level of support. But if you keep telling them you're a big person, I'm an adult, they're saying, all right, cool, you do it for yourself. That's how they will move about it. Like, it's not often that at that age they become very diplomatic and understanding, because the time had gone past so long for them when they done it. It's hard for them to relate today, because today is very different from 30 years ago, 20 years ago, from now. But I just wanted to make this video so people could have a little bit of clarity, because I know that a lot of people wonder why you don't get that level of respect, why people don't, and it's those key things. Like I said, you having your own finance in check, having your own money, making sure that if you get a parking ticket, you get a bill, your car note, your rent or whatever, you pay that thing for yourself. You don't ask your parents or other people around you for that help. You know, I get it. Sometimes people want you to struggle because they weren't living that type of life at that age. So why should you be? It's kind of like looking at you with like a bit of a funny eye. It happens with some people, not with all, but that can happen. And that can be the reason why someone says, oh, I can't help you because I didn't have a Burberry jacket when I was your age. And blah, that's your business. That is your business. What you choose to do with your money, what you earn, is your business. But again, that's not the way how to kind of nurture someone into, oh, you should start saving. Shout out to the parents who actually do help people to start saving, because I can't say that everybody is like that, but there is a long line of people that are not getting what they feel like they may deserve at some point from others, just because of that whole incident with you living at home, you not having your bills and stuff intact, you having to borrow £20 to get to work. It happens to a lot of people. You could have a fine or something, and then, you know, it could rinse out your money. I don't know. But learn to manage your money, learn to manage yourself, and learn to say no at certain things, because you need to save for the future, or I need to do this. And I would say with this whole respect thing, it's going to take time, innit? And I guess some people, when they work some of them things out, which I said, it might make you feel a little bit salty, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't feel salty at the end of the day. People only understand what they understand, you know what I mean? They only understand what they've been through, not what others have been through, because this is a game of mirroring what someone else does, but try and better it. So that's what they would like you to do. But again, hearing them say them words is a rarity. I don't think it's going to happen. It's never happened for me, but I've been able to read the room and understand certain things and see how other people get treated, and just deep it for yourself, innit? Don't let it play on your mind or nothing, because the future is the future. You plan the future, you plan it out for yourself, you plan your next move. But if you want to be more respected in society and people see you as an adult, even in the workplace, in your own home, with the things what you're doing, those are the things which people want you to do. They want you to do those things. You don't have to do any of them, but they do want you to do them. So now you've been through the same thing as me. So now you understand, and maybe we can talk more about stuff. Again, I'm not in a rush to get into them conversations with people about anything, because, you know, time will always be the master. Like, you give yourself time and you're ready for those steps, cool, you will do them. But when you're not ready for those steps and you feel that you need help, you're always seeking help, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand, some of them people don't have a fucking Scooby to be able to help you in any of those places. Because because they didn't get any help. That's the reason why they cannot give no help. Or they might just want to teach you that lesson. But either way, a hard lesson taught to someone, depending on who it's taught to, can be taken the wrong or the right way. It can end up in you resenting them for a while, resenting how people treat you, but understanding that, okay, it was that all along. Funny. It wasn't funny, but this is life, innit? And this is what I want people to understand about how some humans think, because there are a lot of humans that think like this. And no matter the race, no matter where you come from, a lot of people be thinking like this. It's hard for them to be able to probably tell that message, because communicating and stuff like that is not something they maybe done with their own parents. So being able to do it with you as a child, a son or daughter, it's just difficult. It's easier with a daughter because you always find parents like to nurture them a lot more, and especially if they get pregnant and stuff like that, they want to be there and they want to do this and do that. I'm a son, so I've never got any of that from any of my parents, both of them. So it is what it is. I don't hold any resentfulness towards them. I just know that, all right, cool. You got to do what you got to do. And that brings me to the end of the video. But let me know your comments on this one, innit? Because this one ran through my mind for a bit, and I thought my 30s and my 20s, and even my people in my 40s, they need to hear this, because this is just information, you know? And we should all share it. We should all talk about it, because it's a factor, like in life. It doesn't mean it's a factor that everybody wants to jump on. Some people might not even want no kids. So if they don't get all three, are you still not going to respect them? Some people don't even want to, you know, do whatever. But again, we need to have a conversation, innit? These conversations are conversations that I'm having with you. So tell me what you think in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe. More 30 chat coming soon, innit? Let's get it.